Hi guys! Sorry that it has been 2 weeks. It feels like so much longer to me. So, I don't have much of a bookish update for you because I'm literally just have been reading the next Brent Week's book, The Blood Mirror, which is in the Lightbringer series, and I know I've been reading it for many weeks now, but it's a big book and I'm taking it slow and I'm just reading it when I have time to instead of creating time to read it. Like, for instance, I was waiting in the car after my dentist appointment and I read it then, and it was just the best escapism. It was so good to get out of my own panic, my own head, and absorbed into the universe. And I was like, yes, this is what reading is about. This is why I read. The reason that I decided to do this video now was because I have been doing Inktober. It's only like day 4 or something of Inktober, but it's very stressful. There's a lot to... Also, I cut my hair, see? Anyway, I just made it nice and clean and short, and I also shaved a little bit in here, which you can see all my grey hairs coming through now, and shaved that bit. So yeah, anyway, not important. What is important though is that it's Inktober and I've been doing a lot of artworks, including, big announcement, I have been doing paintings recently, and Mental Health Awareness Week is coming up and I have 3 artworks in a local exhibition. I took my artworks down today and handed them in. They're getting put up on Tuesday, I think, and then there's an opening night on Wednesday, and 3 of my artworks are going into that exhibition. So that's happening. I don't have those artworks here to show you because I have already handed them in. If I have photos of them, which I'm sure I do, I can put them up here now. An interesting thing about doing art for exhibitions is that you have to get them really finished and complete, so I had to get hanging things and put those in the back, which was super frustrating and annoying, and my least favourite thing about painting is preparing them like that. I had to make sure the edges looked semi-decent and I had to sign them. Signing artworks is really interesting because it signifies to me that I have finished the artwork and I'm proud of it and I want my name on it. And also, I sometimes don't like when artists put their signatures into the artwork and then you just look at that instead of the artwork. Like, sometimes to me it takes away. So what I've decided to do is sign the edge of the canvas. So in each of my 3 artworks, I've made a little initial thing that I do, and I've put them on just on the side, just so it doesn't irk me when I look at my own pictures to see my name on them, because that just seems like such, I don't know, artistic, pretentious thing, I guess, and that's real, but it's not what I like. I don't want to think of that every time I look at my own artwork. So anyway, everything in life just happens all at once. I've been having a terrible time these last few months, just with anxiety and depression, you may have noticed. But I've been refusing to let that keep me from doing things. I'm a very high-functioning anxious person, and depression just makes me super frustrated with that, with what I'm doing, and if I didn't do anything maybe I'd be less frustrated. But I do have a photo in my published photo. I have to show you that. I entered a competition with a magazine called Travel, Play, Live, and the competition was to get your photo on the front cover. This is not my photo, don't get too excited, but I was in the top 20 out of 400 people and got my photo, let me find it, as a double page spread in the magazine. So I'm super excited about that. So lots of good things are happening in my art and photography world, but I haven't been reading. I just haven't been. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired, but I'm so proud of myself for doing things even though I'm exhausted and tired. I've not disappeared, I've just gotten a bit quiet. So yeah, I just basically wanted to have a quick chat and tell you guys where I'm at and what's happening. I've got that one exhibition coming up, and also I am going on holidays to the coast with my family for a whole week, and I think that's not next week, the week after. And I've got to draw my 2 drawings every day. That's me. That's where I'm at. I will still make videos, I promise. I will see you again in the future. Also, my YouTube watching has changed because I'm so art focused. A lot of my videos that I've been consuming have been art tutorials and sketchbook tours. I've been doing so many sketchbook tours. I love watching them. The more you watch, the more you can see how different artists also have different levels of how good they are. Like, that's not quite what I mean. That you see the good and the bad in sketchbooks, because sometimes some sketches aren't very good, but they still are in that sketchbook and they're part of the tour. So you see the things that aren't quite in proportion right, or you see they're working and how they create these images in their sketchbooks. And that's who I want to be. I want to have that. I need to have more sketchbooks happening. And I do have one sketchbook that I'm doing aside from all of this, which is my 2018 sketchbook. And I've been doing it in a different way to usual, because usually I just do a page or 2 and then move on. But I've been flipping back, adding bits, flipping forward, adding bits, and really not caring if it looks good or caring if it looks bad. And I think that's the main thing about where my confidence is coming from at the moment with my art, is that I've kind of just run out of shits to give. I don't have the capacity to feel like it's not gonna work out. It's just gonna work out how it works out, and I don't care. While I obviously feel a lot and care a lot all the time. I have a lot of feelings and emotions, but it's better to just let them out and let them be ugly. Let the art be off. Let it look angry, or her jaw too big, or the colors too dark, or if it's not what you imagined, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm really just letting it all go. And there's a quote that I found years and years ago that I don't think I really understood until now. Creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes, and art is knowing which mistakes to keep. You just do all the things and create all of the mistakes. You just create mistake after mistake, and then a couple of them become art. And it doesn't, like, you know, it's all art, I guess. I don't know, I'm getting too philosophical. Getting too philosophical. Philosophical. I can say words. Alright, speaking of words, I haven't been doing any writing. I haven't been keeping up with my blog. I haven't even done my asks. So my Manic Pixie Dream Boots blog on Tumblr is at least 2 weeks stale. I need to get in there and write some stuff out. The problem with that blog is that the steps that I write are things that I learn while I'm writing, but if I'm not writing, I'm not learning anything, so I have nothing to share. So that's kind of stagnant at the moment. But I refuse to be lulled into a mental health rut, so I'm going to continue to do all of the things. All of the things! Okay, this was a fun update. Thank you so much for sticking around and staying with me, even though I don't create regular content or predictable content. And I will see you in my next video, whenever that may be. How do you turn this thing off?